Long ago, in a quiet kingdom surrounded by rolling hills and golden fields, there lived a gentle young girl named Cinderella. She was kind, she was patient, and she had a heart full of hope. But her life was not an easy one. When Cinderella was very young, her mother passed away. Before she left this world, she held Cinderella's hands and whispered softly,
Always be kind, no matter how hard life becomes.
Cinderella remembered those words every day. Her father later married a woman who seemed polite at first, but behind her smile lived cruelty. The new stepmother brought with her 2 daughters. They were proud, jealous, and cold-hearted, and when Cinderella's father suddenly fell ill and passed away, everything changed. Cinderella was no longer treated like family. She was given rags instead of dresses, a broom instead of freedom, ashes instead of comfort. They made her sleep by the fireplace, and because she was always covered in soot, they mocked her and called her Cinderella. Yet, even in the darkness, Cinderella never let her heart grow bitter. Each morning, before the sun rose, Cinderella cleaned the floors, washed the dishes, and prepared meals for everyone but herself. Her stepsisters laughed at her. They tore her dresses. They gave her impossible chores. Still, Cinderella whispered gently to herself,
Be kind. Be strong.
She found comfort in the little things, the birds that sang outside her window, the mice who trusted her gentle hands, the quiet moments when she could dream. She believed, deep inside, that life would not always be this way. One bright afternoon, a royal messenger rode through the village. He carried exciting news. The king was holding a grand ball at the palace. Every young woman in the kingdom was invited. The prince would choose a bride. The stepsisters screamed with joy. They dreamed of crowns, riches, and power. Cinderella's heart fluttered. For just a moment, she allowed herself to dream too. But her stepmother quickly crushed that hope.
Sees you? You will never go to the ball!
Instead, Cinderella was buried under endless work while her stepsisters prepared beautiful gowns. That night, as the carriage bells rang in the distance, Cinderella sat alone in the garden and quietly wept. As her tears fell onto the earth, a warm, glowing light appeared behind her. It was her fairy godmother, she asked kindly.
Why are you crying, my dear?
Cinderella hesitated, then whispered,
I just wanted one night to feel like I belong.
The fairy godmother smiled.
Kind hearts are never forgotten.
With a wave of her wand, magic filled the air. A pumpkin became a golden carriage. Mice turned into gentle horses. Rags transformed into a shining gown of silver and blue. And on Cinderella's feet sparkled the most beautiful glass slippers, the fairy godmother warned.
But remember, the magic will end at midnight.
Cinderella nodded, her eyes filled with wonder. For the first time, she felt seen. When Cinderella arrived at the palace, the room fell silent. No one recognized her, not even her stepfamily. The prince saw her and felt his heart change in an instant. They danced together, as if the world had faded away. Cinderella laughed freely. She felt light. She felt alive. For one night, she was not a servant. She was simply herself. But as the clock began to chime, Cinderella froze. Midnight. She ran, down the stairs, through the doors, and into the night. One glass slipper slipped from her foot, left behind on the palace steps. The prince searched the kingdom, holding the glass slipper close.
This slipper belongs to the one I love, and I will not stop until I find her.
One by one, young women tried it on. The stepsisters pushed and squeezed, but the slipper would not fit. Then the prince noticed Cinderella, standing quietly in the corner. He asked,
May she try?
The stepmother protested, but it was too late. Cinderella slipped the shoe onto her foot. It fit perfectly. She reached into her pocket and revealed the other glass slipper. The truth shone brighter than any crown. Cinderella was reunited with the prince, not because of magic, but because of who she truly was. She forgave her stepfamily, choosing peace over bitterness. And as she walked into the palace, hand in hand with the prince, she carried with her the same kindness she had always known. She became a princess, but more importantly, she remained a good human being.